The early 20th century saw the formation of strategic military alliances, which set the stage for a complex and precarious balance of power in Europe. The creation of the Triple Entente, consisting of France, Russia, and the United Kingdom, presented a significant strategic dilemma for Germany. In the event of a conflict, Germany would face the daunting prospect of fighting a two-front war, against France in the west and Russia in the east. To address this challenge, the German General Staff, led by General Alfred von Schlieffen, developed a meticulous plan as early as 1905. Known as the Schlieffen Plan, it was designed to quickly defeat France before Russia could fully mobilize its massive army. Schlieffen estimated that it would take Russia approximately 6 weeks to organize its forces, providing Germany with a critical window to concentrate its efforts on the Western Front. Despite the formidable size and strength of the German military, Schlieffen recognized that a direct assault on the heavily fortified French border in Lorraine would be costly and time-consuming. Instead, he proposed a bold and audacious maneuver, bypassing the French fortifications by invading neutral Belgium. The plan called for a rapid and powerful right-wing sweep through Belgium and northern France, encircling Paris from the west and trapping the French armies. The Schlieffen Plan was predicated on speed and decisiveness. It envisioned a massive deployment of German troops to the right wing, which would execute a wide flanking movement through Belgium, enveloping and crushing the French forces. Once France was defeated, Germany would then shift its focus eastward to confront Russia. However, when war finally broke out in 1914, the execution of the Schlieffen Plan was compromised. The strength of the German right wing, which Schlieffen had deemed essential for success, was reduced to reinforce German forces in Alsace and on the Russian front. This weakening of the right wing diluted the plan's effectiveness and set the stage for a protracted and grueling conflict. From the perspective of the French General Staff, Belgium was also seen as a likely theater of operations. However, France's British ally was strongly opposed to violating Belgian neutrality, a stance that complicated strategic planning. Instead, the French military developed Plan 16, a strategy that focused on launching an offensive in the central section of the front, specifically to the east of the Moselle River and between Verdun and Metz. Plan 16 was predicated on a doctrine of offensive action, reflecting the French belief in the élan vital, or the fighting spirit of their troops. The plan aimed to penetrate deep into German territory, thereby forcing a decisive engagement. To prepare for this offensive, the French government extended the length of mandatory military service to 3 years, ensuring that a larger and more experienced force would be available when hostilities commenced. Despite these preparations, the outbreak of war caught both sides off guard. The additional manpower envisioned by the extension of military service had not yet fully materialized, and the initial engagements did not proceed as planned. The violation of Belgian neutrality by German forces not only brought the United Kingdom into the war, but also galvanized Allied resistance. The early months of the war saw the implementation of these grand strategies, but reality quickly diverged from the plans laid out by military theorists. The German advance through Belgium and northern France was initially successful, but eventually stalled due to logistical challenges, stiffening resistance, and the sheer scale of the conflict. The Battle of the Marne in September 1914 marked a significant turning point, as the Allies managed to halt the German advance and prevent the encirclement of Paris. On the Eastern Front, Russia mobilized more rapidly than anticipated, launching offensives into East Prussia and Galicia. The initial Russian advances created additional pressure on Germany, necessitating the diversion of forces from the Western Front. The failure of both the Schlieffen Plan and Plan 16 underscored the complexity and unpredictability of modern warfare. The anticipated quick victories gave way to a prolonged and bloody stalemate, with both sides digging in for trench warfare that would define the Western Front for the next 4 years. The strategic plans of 1914, conceived in a different era, proved ill-suited to the realities of industrialized conflict, leading to a war of attrition that would reshape Europe and the world.